YouTube, universe, what's up? It's the goddess Love Job 42. I'm here to give you a short video of how to cut weight. It's racing season. I just came back from a nice little workout, and the wheels were spinning in my head. I said, you know what? Let me go over here and share with my followers. Let me go over here and give them a little bit of knowledge of what I know and how I normally cut weight. So again, it's pre-season. I'm trying to cut some weight. My racing weight is 165, and I need to cut weight so that I can then be able to set my personal record, which is a 28-minute 5K. 5K is basically 3.1 miles. So I want to get my mile down to a 9-minute mark, basically. So I need to cut weight so that my body can move faster. And that's what we're doing. We're going to talk about cutting weight. The first way to cut weight is to consider what you're eating and to think you are what you eat. So if you eat fatty foods, you're going to be fat. It's that simple. If you eat lean foods, you're going to be lean. It's that simple. So the veggies, the lean protein, the nuts, the beans, the whole grains, that's going in the right direction. Your fruits are good too, but you want to have your fruits earlier in the day. And we'll go over these things a little in more detail in other videos, but right now we're just getting you down to how to cut weight. So you want to eat your lean proteins, you want to eat okay, whole grains. You want to eat veggies, tons of veggies, and you want to have your nuts and stuff that you can snack on and just have them to replenish your energy so you don't just overeat when you're hungry. I want to show you one of my favorite snacks. This is pure protein. I get them from Walmart. There are 23 grams of protein in there, only 110 calories, and what's even better about these is there are only 4 grams of carbohydrates in these. So these are a leaner protein shake. They're not going to bulk you up and you be all big and like neck just, crazy. This is going to lean you out because the carbohydrates to protein ratio is so low and high. We'll go into that later about protein and carbohydrate ratios. I just want to let you know that this is one of my favorites, and this will lean you out. This is a lean protein shake, and this will definitely help you to lose weight if you need to do some protein shakes. I really wouldn't recommend muscle milk or anything like that. Leave that to the bodybuilders because they're trying to bulk up and they're trying to get bigger muscles. If you're trying to lean out, protein is very important because people misconstrue this concept. Protein is very important, but you want lean protein because that'll lean you out. We all know that protein is going to help you build muscle, and muscle burns fat. So if you're trying to lose fat and cut weight, that's what it is. You're losing fat. You want to have your lean proteins. So just remember, you are what you eat. No fatty foods, because if you eat fatty foods, you'll be fat. If you eat lean foods, whole foods, natural foods, you'll be that. You'll be lean, you'll be whole in your energy, and you'll be whole in your natural beauty and goodness. And guess what? You'll be lean and mean. Number two. Number two. Portion control. Yes, if you love Chinese food, just have a little plate of it, okay? If you love hot dogs, have half of a hot dog. If you love pizza, have half of a slice of pizza, because what you do when you do things like that is you're still giving your body what it wants. So you don't want to deprive your body from the little stuff that it's used to having, but you're going to give it to your body in little quantities, just so that you don't go and overeat those things when you do finally eat it and you're like eating a whole pizza to yourself. You don't want to do that. You don't want to starve your body for the things that they want. You want to actually give your body the things that it craves so that you don't go and binge eat in the future, and then that'll just put more weight on you. So you want to give your body what it wants, but you want to give it in little quantities. Also, even when you're eating healthy foods, eat those in smaller quantities. The only thing I would suggest eating in big quantities is vegetables, because it's the volumetrics of it. It's big volume. You could eat a big floret of broccoli, and that'd be great for you. And it's because it's so low in calories. It's so dense in calories. So it's going to be better for you. But excuse me, if you're eating like tons of fruit that's high in sugar, then it's only going to turn into fat. Especially if you're eating it later in the day, or if you're eating tons of protein, it's only going to bulk you up. So I really don't suggest eating tons of protein, but I do suggest you getting the protein that your body needs, just by eating a moderate amount of protein, a moderate amount of whole grains, and a moderate amount of fruits. But you can have veggies as much as you want. You can have as many veggies as you want to eat, and it'll do the best thing for you. Your skin will be clear, you'll look great, but everything else you want to have, you want to have control of those portions. Don't cheat yourself. Give yourself what your body wants and what your body craves, because you crave it, so you want it. So don't starve yourself and say, no, I'm not going to have it, because when you do go to have it, or you see it and you go crazy and you're overeating it, it's only going to be counterproductive to you cutting weight. So I say, do it. Eat your chocolate. Just eat a nibble of it, and just be able to have discipline and say, that's enough. I've had enough. I've had, what my body should have, and that's it. I fed my craving. Moving on, I feel like if you're trying to lose weight, the best thing you can do for yourself is to have a food journal. It's very important for you to document your progress. I always write my weight down, how I felt, what I ate, and when I ate it. I always try to do that, because again, if you're trying to see where you can go, you definitely want to have, points of action that you can go back to and say, okay, I did that. I ate some Cheetos on this day, and I see that my weight really didn't change the next day or the next few days. So maybe I shouldn't have Cheetos. Or I had a corn dog, a whole corn dog instead of a half of one today, and my weight really didn't change. Maybe I should take that out. So it's very important for you to have a food journal, because it keeps you accountable for what you're eating. You don't forget what you're eating, and you see what works. So if you're writing it down, you're staying accountable to it, and you can kind of document and stay on focus and on track. Next thing, drink tons of water. Water's great. I have like water sit all around my room, like so many bottles of water. It's very important for you to drink water. You know why? Because most of the times when your body thinks that you're hungry, you're really just thirsty. So if you, before every meal, chug 8 ounces of water, then your body's able to, really tell you how hungry you are, and you don't go into that meal eating the whole thing. That's how you're able to control your portions, because your body's going to tell you, okay, I'm full now. And it takes your mind and your brain a while to digest that fullness. You don't really know you're full until way after you've eaten. So if you drink some water, then your body will be able to tell you that you're full a little early on, and that you don't overeat, and you can control your portions. So it's very important for you to have water, not only to control your portion sizes, but so you can flush that fat out. You're metabolizing that fat by eating smaller portions, and you want to be able to flush it out, and you want to do that with the water. I really don't suggest drinking soda. Soda is the devil, really it is. Teas, you can have that in moderation, but the only other thing I feel other than tea is water. And when I talk about tea, I'm not talking about sweet tea. You can have your tea, but you can drink it without sugar. Try it without sugar. It's actually good. Add some lemon to it. It's really good. Really, it does. Your body has to get, or your taste buds have to get accumulated or yeah, it has to get used to it. Let's not try to use big words today. It has to get used to the flavor, but it's actually good without sugar. Or if you don't want to do sugar, you can do Splenda or sugar in the raw. But again, that aspartame in the Splenda is not that healthy. But again, it cuts the calories, so juggle it, see what you can do to make it work. But water is very important, because it helps you to feel full, so you can control your portions. The next thing is to eat 6 small meals a day. That really helps your body to metabolize the food faster. So what I'm talking about is eating six small meals a day. Basically, you're taking your metabolism into your own control. Some of us think that, oh, well, this is my genes. I have a slow metabolism. I have a thyroid problem. It's this and it's that. But really, we can take this into our own control and really control how our body metabolizes fat. Yes, some of us do have slower metabolisms, but we can quicken those metabolisms and we can burn fat, and we can all be who we want to be. Nature versus nurture. It's more of your experience and your environment that's going to shape who you are. It really, genes is, to me, is just an excuse. Because you can have fat genes, but that doesn't mean that you have to be fat. You can really take your health into your own hands. So by eating six small meals, what you do is you ignite the oh my gosh, you ignite your body by putting that food in, because your body is going to continuously try to burn that food that you're putting in. The more food that you eat, the more your body has to work to burn it. So that's why you want to eat six small meals, not just eat all day long. You're just taking in all types of calories, because it's going to be counterproductive. But if you eat six small meals throughout the day, your body is going to work to metabolize that food. So therefore, you're going to burn fat quickly and you're going to burn fat consistently. So I'm not talking about eating all day long, because at the end of the day, it's still 1 pound is equal to 3,500 calories. So if you're eating all day and you're eating 3,500 calories, your body's going to burn it, but you're not going to lose any weight, because you're just taking in the calories to equal out your weight. But if you're constantly taking in food throughout the day and your calorie count only equals out to about 1,800 calories, then you're actually deducting from that 3,500 calorie intake, and you're going to start losing weight, because you're going to be constantly giving your body less calories than it needs to sustain itself, and your body is actually going to burn away the fat, because your body is now metabolizing that food that you're putting in, and it's burning away. It's burning. It's like you're feeding a fire. There's a fire in your body internally, and there's a fire there. You're feeding that fire, and that food is just adding to the fire and just burning away, burning away. So that's what that's doing when you're eating six small meals. I don't suggest you eating a slice of pizza thinking that's a small meal. I don't think that you should eat a cheeseburger thinking that's a small meal, fries thinking that's a small meal. They might be small in a portion, but then what are you putting into your body? We're going back to number one. You're putting fat into your body, so it's going to be counterproductive. So the six small meals should consist of whole foods such as lean protein, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, water, nuts, and things like that. So if you want a snack, I don't say go get you a small bag of chips. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about go get you some cashews, go get you some almonds, get you some carrot sticks, celery. Those things is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about six small meals. A nice lean cut of protein with some brown rice and some spinach. That's a nice little meal. Or some egg whites with some peppers in the morning. That's a small meal. For dinner, you probably want to cut out the carb and just have a nice cut of protein with some vegetables. If you're a vegetarian, find a way to get your protein in, because you can get protein through your nuts. You can get protein through your beans. Beans will replace your protein basically, and we all know that mushrooms is our magical meat for vegetarians. Mushrooms really work, and they have the same consistency as meat a lot of the time, so you can basically have tons of vegetable, and they can make up for your protein. I already showed you my protein shake, so there's other ways that you can get protein without actually having to eat meat. But when I'm trying to cut weight, I do add meat to my diet. I do add lean meat to my diet, because I find that when I don't eat a lot of protein, I eat more carbs, and that's counterproductive to me trying to cut weight. So it's very important for you to think about what you eat, because you are what you eat. Control your portion sizes. Drink tons of water. That in turn helps control your portion sizes. Keep a food journal and eat 6 small meals a day, and you'll see that you'll be able to cut weight, and the weight will stay off. This is not a diet, people. This is a lifestyle. This is what you want to do day in and day out. Because the moment that you start to see that weight come off, and then for 3 months you're doing this, and then after that 3 month point, you go back to eating bigger portions, to not writing down what you eat, you're not drinking enough water, you're not keeping mindful of the fatty foods that you eat, you're going to gain that weight back because your body has a preset point. And we'll get into that a little later once I do more research and be able to really talk freely about it. But yeah, your body has a preset point, and that's how you're able to gain weight after you dieted. That's why it's so important for you to have a consistent lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle of moderation, and then you're able to maintain the weight loss and still look good and still be able to eat what you want to eat, because you've already adapted these habits into your lifestyle. So that's the way to do it. Right now, my goal is 165 pounds. We'll be talking every day, because talking to you keeps me accountable for what I need to be doing. That's just as honest as I'm going to be. Talking to you about how I'm doing it is keeping me accountable, because I know I done made the goal to myself to get out here and to show you guys how I stay in shape. And that's what we're doing. We're going to build confidence, we're going to build self-esteem, and that's through fitness, that's through nutrition, that's through some beauty advice, as well as spiritual guidance. Because when you pray, everything is all right. We start feeling better just through prayer, just through believing and just give it up to God. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to go too much into that, but I just did want to let you know how I'm able to cut weight, in case you were wondering how you can cut weight. You know, it's not going to happen overnight. You have to be dedicated to the progress, okay? Thank you for watching. I'm sending you love, peace, and blessings.